Hi, what does a person do when it's cold, windy, with the possibility of rain and snow? Well, very simple. We put fletchings on. Arrows. Yes. So that's what we're going to do. Fletchings on arrows. So I went ahead and done a couple of them here to test out this SAS vertical fletching jig. And boy, am I impressed. This thing works beautifully. It's a little slow, but that's okay. Slow is good. And then I use this STARBOND gap filler thick high performance premium glue here on these arrows, on these fletchings. And so far, I'm impressed. But so far, it's, let me get this out of here. It's got this long piece here, then it's got this other piece here. I like this. I really do. I put a little bit of glue on, spread it around with that tip, put it on. Simple. We'll do that here in just a moment. I got all my stuff here. So how about we fletch an arrow? So the first thing I'm going to do is get me out this fancy Walmart nail polish remover. Put a little bit on my rag. Grab my arrow. Oh, I got a little on fingers. Grab my arrow and just clean this shaft off a little bit. Now when you think of you got it nice and clean until you rub it off. Because it looks clean, it feels clean. Yeah, and it still has a little bit on there. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my odd fletching here. I'm going to put it in my jig. This is what I like about it. Is you put this little clamp on here, slide it down in. Now I know you guys can't see it too well, but there's a line right here that lines up my odd fletching. And I just line that up, slide it in, tighten down the base, and realize that I don't have it on 0. So let me put it back on 0. And it's still zeroed up. Slide it back down. Tighten it down just a little bit. You don't have to put much pressure on it, just a little bit. Now, I'm going to grab the clamp, get my odd fletching. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I was doing those other two, I did screw up a little bit, put it up this upside down, and I didn't catch it. But that was an easy fix, real easy fix. I just took off the old fletching, put a new one in, re-glued it, slapped it on, no problem. Because the other glue that was on the shaft hadn't set yet really good. So then right here, it's got a bunch of lines. So I'm lining up the front of the fletching with that first line, exactly where I want it. And I'm going to take my glue and just run a little bead down. And when it says this, it doesn't come out fast. It comes out slow. That's another nice thing about it. Yeah. And I just run a little bead down, keeping consistent pressure. And then I take that tip and I spread that glue around. All the way around. I see a spot right there. Need a little more. Just run it up and down. Now comes the best part. I set this on here. The magnets catch it. I'm going to turn it a little bit. And then I'm going to put equal pressure, top and bottom, and kind of in the middle. I'm just going to hold it there for a few seconds. You can hold it 10, 15 seconds. That's all you need. Long enough to catch. Open the clamp up. Pull it straight out. Done. Rotate 120 degrees. Feel the catch. Now, you want to, I just, every time I just run cloth with the stuff, though, with that nail polish remover over this, just in case any glue ran over the side. Grab another fletching and do the same thing. Line it up. Okay. Grab my glue. Now this mat that I have here is very, 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 very nice. It holds everything, holds my jig nice. Nothing's moving. Like I said, it's a white water archery. You can get all sorts of mats out there. Again, hold it for a few seconds. And again, it's for a doing wraps, but it works just like I want it to. It's also got a measuring thing on it too. The vertical goes 8 inches and the lengthwise goes 12 inches. And it even has a thing telling you how much estimated weight of your different types of wraps, like the standard wrap, the linear wrap, the laminated wrap, fluorescent wrap, reflective wrap, and a clear wrap. They're approximate weights. So if I decided I want to do wraps, I got it. So it's basically a standard wrap is 1.32 grains per inch. Okay. Bring my bead down. And that's sweet. Makes it really, really nice. And it's not messy glue at all. It's very clean glue. That makes it even nicer. A lot of glues, like the super glues and then other glues that I have, they kind of make a mess. They really do. Okay. Now I'm going to loosen up the base. Loosen this up. Pull it out. There we go. A nice, perfectly fletched arrow. And I do mean perfectly fletched. Now, this is again another nice thing about these glues. This glue with this tip. The other ones that I did, when I put glue on the front and back, they just made a big mess. I just put a little, just a very little bit on the back. And now I'm going to do the front. Very little. Basically a drop. Because what that's going to do, if it goes into your target, it should, in theory, keep those fletchings from being ripped off. The same thing for the back. When you're pulling it out, it should, in theory, keep that from pulling off that fletching. It's theory, but you know, you'll have to wait and see with that. Okay. And another thing I want to show you guys is I got these 150 grain inserts. Let me take this tip off here. These are 150 grain inserts, aluminum inserts. You cut this tip off right here, it becomes a 140 grain insert. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave it at 150 or cut it off at here, give it 140 grain. I haven't decided yet. That's on my next set of arrows that I'm going to be building. I've got the arrows ordered. I should have those Tuesday. I got to order the knock and knock receiver. I got to order those. I'll have to order those next week. I think these are going to be nice. So, yeah. And then I ordered, for fun, 150 grain and 125 grain tip. These ones are 125 grain tip, or 150 grain tip. So, what's the name of that company? Thorn doesn't make 150 grain tip. So I got to find some 150 grain tips if I like these. One thing I like about these is it comes with a little rubber O-ring right down that you put on here, and it holds in pretty doggone tight. So the theory behind that is these won't back out as easy. So with this whole setup like this, it comes in at a whopping 299 grains, almost 300 grain tip. Wow. That is a heavy front end. That is going to make a heavy arrow. So I still got some thinking to do. Because like I said, I'm also going to be working on 1 degree offset fletchings. I'll be working on those. And I also picked up, if this glue doesn't work too well, this from Pine Ridge Archery, some glue. So we'll have to wait and see. But this glue here comes with 2 tips and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these little tipperoos here. So that is sweet. So let's do one more here. I'm only going to do a couple of them, and then because I don't want to bore you on your nice, cold, windy day if you're having that, or if you got snow or a lot of snow, or no snow. It's just cold. Okay, that's all wiped off. Bring this back down to, well, it started, to me, I mean, you can probably start anywhere you want, but I want to start with 0. And this clamp that's up here is really, really sweet. You can adjust it if you want. It's got a little Allen wrench screw right here. Put in your gap there. So you can probably adjust it per your arrows or whatever. I don't see any need to do that. I like it where it's at. Okay. My odd fletching's lined up. Tighten it down. Grab some more fletchings over here. Wipe this down. There we go. Just a quick wipe down to make sure there's no glue on here. Because that was my problem with my other one. It was plastic. And glue just made a mess out of it. All right. Grab my odd fletching. Line it up. All right. Grab my glue. Grab my bead. Move it around. The glue is evenly distributed on there. And hold it. You sing yourself a lullaby while it's holding down. Have your phone go off while you're holding it down. And I can't get rid of that noise. I've tried. I hold it here for a few seconds. And one fletching is done. Turn another 120. Grab my next fletching. Now when I got this, I was looking at another one that was kind of like this. I actually ordered it. But I don't know, something screwed up on Amazon's end, not my end. I don't know what they were thinking, but it got canceled. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this SAS vertical jig. And I like it. I'm thoroughly impressed with it. And here, when I get done with this, I'll show you something I had to do, though. Make everything line up. Because I had to make a few adjustments prior to get things set up to do this. I mean, it wasn't big. It was just a matter of lining up everything up. Yes, it only took me a few minutes to do. But right now, I'm going to say I recommend this jig. It is Utah Crossbow Hunter approved. Okay. Rotate it another 120, which gives it 240. And it gives you the markings on there. The 4 fletching is 90, 180, 270, and 0. So you can do a 4 fletching with it. And it's really easy again to set up. But we're not going to be doing shooting 4 fletchings off a crossbow. Okay. And run some more glue down. Spread it around. There we go. And these magnets that are on here, they are pretty doggone strong. They snap it right in. You probably heard the snap. Like I said, we're just going to do a few seconds. I'm really glad I don't have to sit here, hold it for an hour. Fingers start to get a little hurty. Okay. You just slide that right off. Loosen this. Pull that up a little bit. And pull your arrow right out. Grab your glue. Put your drop on the back. Near the front. Let the glue come out a little bit. Yeah. A lot cleaner and not nice, not a lot nicer. And look at that. I don't know how you can tell on the camera or not, but that is a perfectly straight fletching. Let me wipe this off because I did get a little bit of glue on there. There we go. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do on camera. I'm not going to do any more on camera because I know this can get boring. But yeah, that's it. And this little scale that I'm using from Last Chance Archery, I'm really liking it. And this Boeing knife here. I did take some fletchings off another arrow earlier, and boy, this did a lot better than my knife did. I mean, it cleans it up really nice. So I'm really impressed with this so far. I haven't had any issues with it, but it does clean it off really good. I just use my sandpaper to clean it up a little bit because it does need a little bit of cleaning afterwards. There's just a few rough edges, rough stuff with the plastic on there. I just wipe that off. And this here, too, you keep it setting up, it starts to drain back down inside. And then I just take my rag, wipe the tip off here, just a little bit here. Keep it nice and clean. And this is supposed to go on here, but I put it on here. Got a little bit of something nasty there. And I just, I'm going to lose everything from the rag. And I just put that down on the tip to hold it so I don't have any issues with that. Because I don't know if I don't think you can get refills for this. Really, I doubt it. But the glue does run back inside a little bit. I like that. But if I have to use a new one, that's no big deal. Okay. So this is what you do on a nice, cold, windy day with the threat of snow or rain. You sit here and you put your fletchings on. Now, if I had everything I need to make arrows, I'd probably be making arrows today too. But right now, I'm just going to fletch these. And I'll fletch the rest of them off camera and get them all done. So, again, I hope you guys got something out of it. Remember, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that all notification bell when you guys want to know when new videos coming out. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Leave me a comment. I'm enjoying your comments. Again, I'm going to be doing another video later on, going over all your comments. You guys seem to like that. And what else? Yeah, share these videos. Remember to hit those buttons. Only takes about 3 seconds out of your life. So go ahead and do that. Thank you for watching. And remember, these episodes are dedicated to my son. And thank you for watching Utah Crossbow Hunter.